I was on the phone with someone, and I was like, you know what? I've had a Manhattan, and, well, I had a sip of a Manhattan that came out of a can that was about the size of a midget's hand. What number beer is this? 4? Huh? 3 or 4? You need another beer? No. Maybe, but no. How many beers have I had? Anyway, I was telling her about my birthday plans, and
what?
I don't need a beer, but I do need another roll, because look, this one's like almost depleted.
You already fucking pooped. It's on my fucking fork.
Why'd you bring your fork into the bathroom? Turn the fucking light back on. No. God damn. What are you eating? Everything. Leftovers? I didn't cook anything. I mean, I cooked last night. Whatever. Come on. I just want to know what you're eating. With those 4 sausages left. You're eating what I cooked 2 nights ago? Eat what I cooked last night. I'm not going to eat it. Huh? Eat what I cooked last night. I'm not going to eat it. Do what? Eat what I cooked last night. I am not going to eat it. I can't eat tortellini, sorry. You can eat whatever the hell you want. Just stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. Get on my nerves. Stop talking to me. You are getting on my fucking nerves. Done? Thank you. Shh. Fucking gross. Anyway, I was telling her about my birthday plans because I have a full weekend of my hair's so fucking, it was humid today. Got a full weekend of shows to go to, and it's probably gonna ruin my life because I'm gonna feel like ass on the second day of the second day show. But that's the one that like our really like closest friends want to go to because it's on Saturday rather than Friday. Why does my hair look like this? I've had a haircut since November of last year, I don't think. I think it was November. It's been a year. Anyway. I might just shave it, but I think my head's too fat. But anyway. I was telling her about my birthday plans. I'm going to spend a couple nights in Memphis. I'm not going to spend the night there. I'm going to drive home, but one of my favorite ever bands is a band called Leftover Salmon. And their lead singer, Vince Herman, has his, like, little side projects he does. He did, like, Great American Taxi. He plays with everybody. But anyway, he has the Vince Herman Band now. And he just moved to Nashville, so he does a lot of relatively local stuff. I've never actually gone to see just the Vince Herman Band. But he's playing at the High Tone in Memphis. And I'm fucking gonna go there. Do not come stalk me and shoot me or anything. I would appreciate it if you didn't do that. But yeah, it's gonna be great. So, and then the next night is another one of them hippie bands, one of them jam guys. It's kind of an asshole. I saw this guy's like festival rider once. It was like a July festival, and it's like 100 and fuck you degrees outside, and he requires that there be a blueberry and a strawberry cheesecake in his little tent at every like gig he plays. How the fuck are you gonna do that in the middle of nowhere, 87 miles from any sort of civilization at all, because you're up on the side of a literal fucking mountain beside a river? Like, how are you gonna keep a cheesecake cool? How are you gonna do that? Why are you such a fucking dick? Your music's fun. Why are you a fucking dick? It's awful. Anyway, I always kind of thought he was a dick, and he kind of like plays with a bunch of other people, but he's one of those people that like loops everything. So like he'll play every song takes him like 6 minutes to get into it because he has to start all those loops and get them all going, which he does a great job at it. But fuck you, Keller. Anyway, I keep getting asked about Bigfoot and my thoughts on it, and I still haven't like really given it much thought, nor have I like researched anyone else's theories because I don't really care that much. But did y'all see that video of I think it was on the Durango to Silverton train there in Colorado that follows along the $1 Million Highway, which I've driven down, and then I've driven back up it on a different trip. I think it's like Highway 550 in Colorado. Starts in like Ouray, or maybe Ouray is where we like stopped to get ice cream. I can't remember. Anyway, I've been there many times, but they have the Durango to Silverton train. Durango is the south end of it. And somebody was on that train and like got that video of Bigfoot like walking through the Rockies right there, which is not very far from Telluride, which is a place that I have yet to go, but I intend to fully. But the Telluride Bluegrass Festival tickets sell out in like 2 seconds, so I've yet to procure them. Are you done? Anyway, did y'all see that video? It looked rather convincing, but also every like Bigfoot video you see nowadays just looks like somebody's in a costume and planned to be out there to fuck with people, or it was a staged thing in the first place. So I don't know. But on that note, with Telluride next door, and the fact that I've been talking about bluegrass music all night, I don't know if you know who John Hartford is, but he is the grandson of, I can't remember, it's like some big grocery store chain. It's not like Kroger or anything. It's like a smaller big one. Maybe something that's not open anymore. Was there something that used to be called a Higbee's or something? I don't know. It's not the Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly's from Memphis and all about that. I've been to the guy's house and shit. But John Hartford was this, like, I guess I didn't know this until like 3 or 4 months ago when I fell down a wiki hole. But he is an heir to like this like grocery store chain fortune. But his fascination was with like the river boats on the Mississippi River. And so he decided he was going to become a captain of some sort on one of these boats called the Julia Bell Swan. But he also played the fiddle. And he would get a piece of plywood and put on his tap shoes, and he would tap dance his rhythm while he's playing his fiddle and singing all these songs anyway. And he was a banjo player, I guess, as his main instrument. Amazing singer-songwriter who wrote all kinds of stuff. Flying Fish Records. Great shit. But he put out an album with the Dillards. He probably put out several, but there's one, Dillard Hartford Dillard. It's like a blue album. I have it. It's got like red and white brick on it. Anyway, there's a song off of that called, John Hartford's from St. Louis area. They always do like John Hartford Day on like around his birthday on like their local college radio stations or whatever. Basically the NPR in any college city you're in the States. But they put out a song called Biggest Whatever. And if you've never heard it, look up Biggest Whatever by the Dillard Hartford Dillard on YouTube. Because it's one of my favorite songs. And I'm pretty sure it's about a Bigfoot or two. Or several. 40 foot high? I don't think so. But something about carrying off a cow. Something about coming up from Arkansas. I love it. I love that song. Like, I play it in my car, like, pretty much every time I get in it. But it's early. It's like, what time is it? Oh, well, it's 7:48. But it is the eve of full moon. I've been sitting out on the deck with my beer and my smokes and my dogs and the company we had, with my binoculars out, staring up at the moon, looking at all its little craters and shit, waiting for Jupiter to come up. But yeah, happy full moon, happy Halloween, and yeah. If there are so many like international stories about some sort of giant furred creature roaming the woods that is very well hidden, you would think that either, yeah, Bigfoot exists or existed, and the myth has just been carried on through like storytelling and people trying to get a quick buck or something. Or have you ever seen those people who, like, they call them like the werewolf people or whatever because they're like covered in fur, like all of them are covered in fur? What if the myth started because someone was born with that like genetic abnormality and they were ousted like from their village or whatever, and now we just call them Bigfoots because you don't know what else to call them? Like, I know I have like some random weird, well, I can't say that. I don't know if y'all have ever been to like the Rocky Mountain area, like anywhere west of like Kansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, anywhere past that where like the elevation starts rising, because like all that middle ship, there's nothing there. But that area is fucking huge. I got stopped by a herd of bison once. I got stopped by a herd of is there mountain goats, rams? Jonathan. He's not in here. He might be outside. He might be up front. I don't know. I can hear music. John! I have a question. Turn that off. I'm recording. When we were coming back from the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, on that little road, what were those animals that stopped traffic? Were those just
Bighorn sheep?
Bighorn sheep? Okay. I haven't stopped by a herd of those. You sure there weren't just mountain goats? Do we have mountain goats? Does America have mountain goats? They were bighorn sheep? Well, fuck them things. They're mean.
You want to know what a bighorn sheep looks like?
No, I don't know what a bighorn sheep looks like. I know what a bighorn sheep.
It's got those.
That's what I said. Are they rams? Were they rams? Were they goats? What were they? They were bighorn sheep. Okay, they were bighorn sheep. Anyway, almost got taken out by a. I think it had to be a fucking moose. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was somewhere between the North Rim and Jacob Lake in Arizona. But it was right after the herd of bison that was crossing the road that we had to slam on the brakes for, and we were drunk as hell. And it was in the other lane, thank God, because we would not have seen it. But we saw the outline of it well enough to tell that it was big as a fucking dumpster. I was leaving Mesa Verde. We were leaving Mesa Verde, driving off the, what is it? Plateaus? Are they called? They're not called plateaus. Are they called plateaus? They're called mesas. Duh. But we were driving around a corner, and we like come around this corner to, curve back down the mountain. And there's just like this 3 or 4 year old juvenile bear just sitting there watching traffic go by. And as we come around the corner, here comes some motorcyclists. And I'm like screaming out the window, though they can't hear me. Bear! Don't hit the fucking bear. Like, if you hit a bear with a motorcycle, you're probably going to get mauled. Like, that's a given. We were in Colorado. We had just come through South Park, basically. They've even got like a little cutout of like all the characters. You can get in and you like stick your face in it, like take a picture or whatnot. And we were going back toward Denver, and because we had driven to Breckenridge to go see one of Thomas Stambo's trolls, Isaac Heartstone, because those things are really cool. If you don't know what those are, look them up, because they're cool. He's a Danish artist, and like there's a trollmap.com where you can see where all of them are, and like I keep telling him to put one in Arkansas, but he hadn't done it yet. I'm pissed off about it. This is the natural state. But we pulled off on like a little overlook somewhere between, I guess, South Park and Denver. I don't even know what highway that is because I was not driving and I do not care. But I'm standing there with my back to the overlook. It's like a big, drop off. And there's like a hill on like one side of it. And John and our friend Sarah were facing me, and they're sitting there passing a smoke back and forth. And I'm standing there, and like right between them, I see movement. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then the only words that came out of my mouth before I took off running was, oh my God, there's a fucking bear. And I took off. They didn't see it, and they didn't believe me until these other people pulled off. And they were like, did y'all see that bear? Yeah, I fucking saw the goddamn bear. So I crawled the back of my truck. I ain't getting ate by that fucking bear. It wasn't a very big one, and I was told it was a cinnamon bear. But I'm not getting eaten by a damn bear. I can outrun you motherfuckers. Y'all fat. Ain't no way. Being chased by a bear. That's probably the most terrified I've ever been in my life. Ever. I ain't fucking with no fucking bear. Now, if somebody had one that was a pet and was like, hey, you can go like boop its nose and shit. No. I don't know, I might. Battery just said low battery. 20%. I am a white woman after all. Like, apparently we aren't afraid of shit. According to that one dude on the internet. But, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about booping a bear on the nose. And I damn sure don't want to boop a goddamn Bigfoot. think about it. If you encounter something like that, it's going to snap your neck and, like, you're not even going to feel it. You're going to be like them dudes on the fucking submarine that imploded a few months ago. Like, I watched this video about how, like, the rate of like, the speed at which you're just suddenly like a crushed can. Like, your body physiologically does not have time to even register the pain. Like, they just weren't even aware that it happened. It was just over and done with. Boom, done. And I think that if, you know, I were in a situation like that, rather than be mauled by a bear or a fucking Bigfoot, I'd rather just go that way. I don't want to be one of those people who, like, accidentally drops a shotgun or something and blows half my face off and has to, like, sit there and wonder whether or not I'm going to live or die. And then, you know, I don't need all that. I don't need all that. Just, or die in my sleep. My biggest fear when I was a younger kid was, like, being buried alive. But now that we embalm people, like, I think I'm good. But I don't want to be buried either. I want to be put in one of those tree pods and, like, secretly planted out, like, in, like, Joshua Tree, which I probably wouldn't survive there in the trees that they put me in. But maybe the redwoods. I'll do that. So anyway, if you ever go to the redwood forest in, like, I don't know, 50, 60 years, I might be one of those trees.